I'm going to be doing a quick video to show you how to set up and use the Xbox Adaptive controller with the Game Control Mixer system to play Minecraft on the PC. I have here the Titan, which is plugged into my laptop via USB. The Xbox Adaptive controller is plugged into the Titan on the right hand side slot. If you see a red light on the bottom of the Titan, unplug the Titan from the Xbox Adaptive controller here and reconnect it. Here I have a joystick which is plugged into the left hand side of the Xbox Adaptive controller. I also have buttons A and B which are plugged into the A and B slot on the back of the Xbox Adaptive controller. I also have here a white button and a Shoutbox which are both connected via a cable splitter to the view button, which is the symbol of two squares overlapping. The Shoutbox is connected to the Xbox Adaptive controller via the output slot and plugged into one of the slots on the cable splitter, and the external microphone plugs in here. The white button will be used for quick tap shortcuts. The Shoutbox microphone will be used to toggle shift on and off in order to change joystick modes. On the Titan, blue is north, pink is east, green is south, and red is west. I'm going to show you how to play Minecraft with the system, from creating a new world, setting up the controls and playing the game itself. To start off, we're going to be using West 1 mode to navigate to settings. Press A to select. Scroll down to controller and push the joystick across so we can access these options. Auto jump must be on, as this setup will not work without it. These are the default settings. To customize it for this setup, press A to select jump/fly up and press Shift B to assign Y. Drop item will be associated to RB, therefore we want to select drop item and go to West 3 on the Titan. Then we can push the joystick to the right and select RB. Now we need to return to left joystick at West 1 and select attack/destroy, which will be assigned A. So we can press A to select and A again to assign. Select use item/place block with A and we will be assigning it B. We don't want crafting to be assigned to a button, and the easiest way to do this is to select it with A, then press A again. Then go back up to attack/destroy. Press A twice here to reassign A to attack or destroy. Inventory is going to be assigned X. However, as it is a button that you will use frequently, we have assigned a shortcut of 2 taps of the white shift button. Cycle item left and cycle item right will be assigned to left and right on the D-pad respectively. To access the D-pad, go to West 2 on the Titan and pull the joystick to select left or right. However, we have assigned a shortcut so that you can cycle right through your hotbar quickly by holding shift and pressing A. Toggle perspective will not change from the default setting of D-pad up. To access D-pad up is the same as before. Go to West 2 and push the joystick up. Sneak/fly down will be associated to RT, which can be accessed in East 3 on the Titan. However, we have made a shortcut of 3 taps on the white shift button so you can access it nice and quickly whilst you play. Sprint will also not be assigned to a button, as to sprint you can push forward twice on the joystick when you're in Explorer mode and you will sprint. To unassign, it will be the same as before. Select it with A and press A again. Then scroll up to attack destroy, press A and A again. When you scroll back down, there will be no button assigned in sprint. We don't need fly up slow or fly down slow, so we can disassociate fly down slow the same as we did with sprint. To access your mob effects, which will show any buffs or debuffs you have on you, you can either go to West 2 and select D-pad down, or you can tap the white shift button 4 times. To open the chat, you will need to use the right stick button in East 3. pull the joystick down to select RS. We don't need to assign any buttons for strafe left or right, or walk forwards and backwards, as this will be done with the joystick. For pick block, which is mostly used in creative, you will need to assign it to the left stick button, which is located at West 3. Then select it and pull down on the joystick. Now, making sure that you're in left joystick mode in West 1, you can exit the settings and select play to create a new world. You can change your world name by going into mouse mode. To access mouse mode, tap the shift button 5 times. This will disconnect your controller. Then you can use your joystick and the A button as mouse and left click to open the on-screen keyboard. I usually pin the on-screen keyboard to my taskbar for easy access. Select the text bar with your joystick and press A to select it. Then type your world name. I have named mine World 1. Minimise your on-screen keyboard. Make sure you click inside the Minecraft window. Move your mouse off screen, then press the white shift button 5 times to reconnect your controller. You can play in survival or creative with this setup. If you play in survival, I would recommend peaceful mode until you become very familiar with the controls and their setup. I suggest turning coordinates on, and I've also turned on immediate respawn, but you don't have to. I also activate cheats. In the cheats section, I turn on always day while I get used to the controls, keep inventory so if I die while exploring I don't lose my items, and I turn the weather cycle off. Pull your joystick to the left and up to select create. Once you are in your world, go to S1 mode on the Titan. S1 mode is Explorer mode for 3D worlds. This will allow you to look left and right, move forward and look up and down. We've made it so that you can pull back on the joystick to look up and then pull again to look down. With auto jump enabled, you'll be able to walk and jump up blocks without an issue. To attack or destroy this tree, for example, make sure your crosshair is over the block you wish to mine, then press and hold A. Note you cannot walk backwards, so you must turn and then walk forward to reorientate yourself. To place blocks, tap B, and wherever your crosshair is, you will place a block. To access your inventory, double tap Shift. When it is open, go to D-pad mode, which is West 2. Make sure you have the chest and book selected up in the top right so that you can craft at the same time as accessing your inventory. To craft, you can either pick up a block with A and use the joystick to maneuver it to the crafting slot, or you can scroll across to the crafting book on the left and tap the items that you want with A to automatically craft it, which I find personally is easier. To cycle my hotbar so I can place the crafting bench I just made, I will hold Shift and press A. This will move it along to the right. Once you have placed your crafting bench, press B to open up the advanced crafting display. Go back into D-pad mode in West 2, then craft whatever you want to craft, organise it as you wish, then you can return to Explorer mode and play. If you pick up items that you don't want, you can cycle your hotbar to the item that you don't want, then go to West 3 on the Titan, then push your joystick to the right to drop the item. Tapping the Shift button 3 times will put you into sneak mode and prevent you falling off edges as you explore and build. Tapping it 3 times again will return you to standing. To sprint, push the joystick forward twice, and that will send you into an automatic sprint. You'll be able to look left and right while you sprint, but not up and down. To pillar up by placing blocks underneath you, as we cannot press jump and place items at the same time, select your block in the hotbar, ensure you are looking directly at the floor, then go to East 2 on the Titan. Push your joystick up and to the right to jump and place a block directly underneath you. To stop yourself from falling off the pillar, tap Shift 3 times to sneak, and you won't fall off. If you want to access commands or the chat whilst you are playing, to open the chat bar, you can go to East 3 on the Titan. Pull your joystick down to select the right stick button. To talk or enter commands, you will need to go into mouse mode again by tapping the white Shift button 5 times. From there, you can bring up your on-screen keyboard again. Click in the text bar, then type whatever you'd like to. For commands, if you start typing, you can press Tab on the on-screen keyboard to go through the options on screen like I'm doing here. Once you're done, close or minimize your on-screen keyboard. Now select Enter on your command in-game. Press Shift button 5 times to reconnect your controller. To check your status effects, go to West 2 on the Titan, which is D-pad mode, then pull down and you will open your notification window. Note that you cannot access this unless you have a buff or debuff applied to you. To exit, press B. To change perspective, go to D-pad mode in West 2, then push the joystick up to change perspective. To access the options and save and quit the game, go to North 1 on the Titan and push the joystick to the right. Then go back to left joystick mode on West 1, and now you can maneuver around the menu like this. A thing to note is when you're in your inventory and or in the options menu, your game will not pause. So if you're playing player versus player with friends or have decided to play with mobs on, you can still be attacked. There isn't a setting on the Windows 10 version to pause the game. Now I'm going to put myself into creative mode to demonstrate how to play in creative. When in creative mode, you'll be able to walk around normally. To begin flying upwards, you'll want to press and hold Shift and double tap B. Now you can press and hold Shift and B to fly up. If you'd like to fly down only a little, you can tap the Shift button 3 times. Alternatively, go to East 3 on the Titan, pull your joystick to the right to select RT and fly all the way down. To get out of flying mode, hold Shift and press B twice. When selecting the crafting bench, I can pick up whatever items I want. With pick block, you can find out what a block is by going to West 3 and pulling down on the joypad to left stick button. Now I can find out this is a packed ice block. Swimming can be a little tricky until you get the hang of it. When in survival, make sure to keep an eye on your breath meter or use potions to avoid drowning. You'll want to be in S1 mode, enter the water and push forward. To swim properly, submerge yourself in the water and then push forward twice and you will swim. To swim downwards, look down and push forward twice. To swim upwards, the same, push forward twice. And that is how to play Minecraft on the PC using the Xbox Adaptive controller and the Game Control Mixer. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.